joining me. Thank you. May there to you. Bobby Dirkens here. Thanks so much for joining me on tonight's episode 4 Game of Thrones reaction. Thank you so much for joining me. So last week we were filled with action. People getting killed left and right. We had the toughest of the toughest getting murdered. We had people who hated each other's guts coming together like a conglomerate. That's a new word I learned. Just to go out and beat the unbeatable. Right? Right? Shake your head, yes. That's right. So what happens this week? We pick up with them partying. Now, first of all, I love a nice cold beer just as much as any of you. I mean, just good old frosty mug, pour in some bubbly, tip it back, and wash your worries away. So they're all celebrating. But you have to remember, listen to me. You have to remember that a lot of these people didn't trust each other. When you're fighting somebody who is absolutely evil, you'll trust anybody, right? I mean, you'd think you wouldn't, but it's like, you're bad, but you're not near as bad as them. So you go out and you join forces. You beat them, and all of a sudden, you get back, you partying. We got some people who finally profess that they liked each other. Did some things probably we're all surprised by. Maybe not. And then they step back and go, you know what? Good, we're all alive. We're all alive. Alive and well. But since we made it, I realize I don't like him. And I don't like her. Definitely don't like her. 6 o'clock, Glock. Good to see you, buddy. So what happened on this episode? If you hadn't got to watch this episode, you need to watch it. Because between you and I, it wasn't a lot of action, but you're setting up for what's going to happen. So, last week, we had the Ice King getting murdered, killed, put out of his misery by Arya Stark. And it's like, wow. But Cersei, she's sitting up there in her ivory tower now. And she's like, look, I'm not sending men to help against this Ice King guy. No. I'm going to let them all kill off each other. Then I'm going to let them come to me. And I have an army who is totally well rested. They might have been playing their favorite sport, been macking on their women, and then we're going to pick you off. And that's what this all sets up with. You can sit there and you can go through all the little scenarios you want to. You can tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's what this entire episode comes down to. She knows that these people would come together just long enough to beat these really bad guys. But they underestimate how bad she truly is. Because she knew that once they beat them, they'd come apart. She knows that Daenerys and Jon Snow, there's people who follow them. It deals nothing with whether Daenerys and Jon Snow work things out as a couple, or whether they just say, you're my aunt, that's sickening, I'm not touching you, we're just going to keep this between us. They're never going to trust her. No matter what your opinion is, you're wrong. They're never going to trust her. They love him. You got people on her side who loves her. They're not going to trust him. And Cersei is banking on that. So you get this episode where everybody's just talking. They're talking. They're falling apart. Get some liquor in them. And they start falling apart. Will Rick, good to see you. May there to you. Out of nowhere, Daenerys and her dragons are ascending. And in one of the quickest, most anticlimactic, yet devastating kills, those bounties, those headhunters, those special ops that Cersei has not only hired, but now she's physically involved with one of their pieces of scum, kills one of the dragons like it's nothing. All these seasons, people could have taken just one of them out. Kills it like it's nothing. It makes you wonder if the dragon is just tired, injured from war. If it is a symbol, mind you, is it a symbol of what's to come? And the dragon dies. Everybody looking on. The onlookers are looking, going, whoa, if that dragon can go down, I'm a dead man. We beat the White Walkers. We had better soldiers than us who died. Somehow we got past it. But we just saw that. I'm just telling you. Cersei is deviously genius. She sat there. She let her opponents kill each other. Back and forth. And she's just sitting and waiting. Now look, I'm not a fan of the woman. I hope she ends up beheaded between you and I. But for the show's purpose, it was a really good plan. More people have to die. More people have to die. More people have got to go who does not agree with Daenerys sitting on the Iron Throne. It's just way too easily. Right? Right? That's like going 1 + 1 = 2. You go, that's way too easy. How did we narrow down to 1 + 1? I can tell you. We killed everybody else. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be surprised if the majority of the cast that's left is still on the very last episode. I would think with all the witches and the warlocks that's around there, they would put some type of protective gear on the last dragon. I would. If we're talking about this thing in real life, I would. I'd get them out there dancing and going it and shaking around and stirring up whatever little brew they needed to make sure that last dragon is totally protected. Because if they don't, between you and I don't care what you think about this series. I don't care how long it's been going on. I got news for you. It's not going to end well. I mean, just be honest with yourself. It's not going to end well. You got this army that is just tore up from going and beating the worst of the worst. And whether you like Cersei or not, and I don't, I think she's horrible. She reminds me of some neighbors I used to live near. The truth is, she was smart enough to let them get all tired out and killed off, and a bunch of their soldiers already gone, some of their brightest and their smartest, they got burned up in the beginning. It's a modern day crematorium. And she goes, that's the easy way out. We're all sitting here drinking, eating. We'll let them come back here all fighting but they're tired, missing a ton of their men and soldiers. I'm telling you, it is what it is. Well, listen, I'm going to let you go. It's a short video for me. If you don't know me, you know me now, Bobby Dirkens. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notifications. You say, why not turn on the notifications? It notifies you when I put up a video. If you hate my guts, still subscribe. You'll have something else to hate in this life, and the Lord will bless you. Anyway, I'm Bobby Dirkens. You keep showing up, Lord knows I'll keep showing out. Bobby Dirkens.